Families in Mexico traditionally consisted in a couple of young men and women with the age of 16 or 18 who got married and had many kids. Over the time, Mexican families have been changing, and now it's common that a couple have one, two, or maybe three kids. This is caused because Mexicans nowadays get married at the age of 20s and they have the kids they can economically support. Family union is really important in Mexico. Parents are really close to their children. Most people have a strong family tie not only with their parents, but also with their grandparents, cousins, uncles, and aunts. They see each other often and they try to stay in touch. Like most families do, Mexican families may have some problems, but their values always hold them together, such as the value of love, respect, trust, and affection. The family structure of our generation will be different from the traditional family structure of our grandparents and even parents, because nowadays young Mexicans have some ideas of other cultures, even other values, traditions, or costumes. So young Mexicans act and think different from their parents. The family structure of our generation will consist in heterosexual and homosexual couples, and their values will depend in the way parents educate their children. Because of the fact that Mexicans have now ideas of other cultures, other values, and traditions, nowadays are more divorced couples than they were years ago. Also, there's more cohabitation and urban living. In the subject of gender equality, Mexico is still a sexist country. Even though there's an improvement on this topic, women still has a lower role than men. Society discriminates women because of the traditional role that they have had since the ancient times, which consists in the role of taking care of their kids and to look after their husband and their house. Women has fought for their rights since many years ago, and today Mexican women have the right to receive education, to vote, and they now participate in politics, and some of them are prestigious businesswomen. But in some areas like social and labor area, women still get treated different than men because of the sexist thought of some people that still hasn't changed their mind. Traditions and customs in Mexico are mostly religious because of the influence of Catholicism. The main traditions are the Day of the Virgin of Guadalupe, Day of la Candelaria, Day of the Dead, and the patriotic ones such as the Independence Day of Mexico, the Battle of Puebla, and the Conmemoración a los Niños Héroes. These Mexican traditions and customs are from many years ago, and we still have them because they are part of our national identity, and they make Mexicans feel proud about their country, so they will still remain generation through generation. Mexicans are really attached to their beliefs, and they teach their children the values and norms that religion indicates, so it means that for most of them, these ones influences the way they think and act. Over time, Mexicans, most of them young Mexicans, have changed the way of interpreting religion, most times because of the influence of other cultures and how the society has been changing because of this. The most common religion in Mexico is Catholicism, with almost 80% of the population. Then Protestantism, Jehovah's Witnesses, Adventists, between others. Foreigners that live or that have visited Mexico define this country as a multicultural and religious region, with warm people that invites you to appreciate the country's history, nature, and wealth.